Why should Americans have to fear what they need most? Why should they have to fear having a price tag put on their life? I'm Haley Sims, and today I'll be telling you why the American healthcare system needs to be free. There are many reasons why the healthcare system needs to be free, but today I'll be going over 3 reasons: debt, medical diagnosis, and I'll be comparing the American healthcare system to European healthcare systems. Everybody knows the hospital is expensive, and it shouldn't have to be. Debt. 23 million Americans have extensive medical debt. 76 million Americans have any form of medical debt. That's a lot of people. And those are just the people who have assumed the debt. That doesn't include the people who are affected by it. It could be friends and families, co-workers, neighbors. So that number of people who are affected by debt is substantially bigger than 23 and 76 million. Now, this is about 6 to 10% of the overall population of the US. And that may not seem like a lot, but thinking about it individually, getting 23 million or 76 million people in one area, you could probably fill an entire state with that many people. Debt is one of the leading reasons for home foreclosures. In home foreclosures, losing your car, losing your family, losing your job, this can all be a result of assuming medical debt from one visit. Now, people want to maneuver around this debt. People are afraid of it. So rather than calling an ambulance, people will call an Uber to go to the hospital. And in some cases, this is what you should do. If it's not that emergent, you can call an Uber or text a friend to drive you to the hospital. It'll be at most around $300. An ambulance ride can cost up into the millions, and only 30% of that is covered by insurance. So people are afraid of calling 911. And you may think I'm making this up, but there are documented cases of people calling an Uber or telling people to stop dialing 911 because they don't want to have to pay the bills for an ambulance. Now, for medical diagnosis, over 50% of medical diagnoses in general are not the fault of the patients. This means it could be hereditary, it could be just already there or benign. Say you're a 36-year-old, you're healthy, you run, you exercise, you eat right, you drink water, you don't smoke, you don't drink. And then one day, boom, you have a tumor. You have cancer. It's stage 4. You did nothing wrong. There was no way you could have prevented it, no way you could have known that this would have happened. It just happened. So why are we putting a price tag on these people's lives? Why are we saying your life is worth this amount of money? And if you can't pay this amount of money, we can't save your life. A little girl with leukemia, say her life is worth $2 million and her parents don't have $2 million. Is she just dead or what? How is it ethical? How is it right to put a price tag on these lives? Some of it can't be helped. Some of it you were born with, like autoimmune diseases. 78% of people with autoimmune diseases are female. So, are you going to be blamed for being born the way you were? How is that right? How is that fair? The most expensive part of medical treatments are transplants. And some people need these transplants but can't pay. So they don't get them. And how is that right? Now, in European countries, the healthcare system is virtually free because every government employee is automatically insured. However, they do have to pay more taxes. They have to pay a 20% tax. Now, Americans, we don't have to pay that much. We have a price, you ring it up, and tax is included after the fact. In Europe, price includes tax. So if you see a sign that says $8.99, that is the price. No tax is added on top of that. That is including tax. And that makes sense. The extra tax pays for more of the medical expenses. So you go into the ER, you were in a car crash, you needed a splint because you broke your leg, and you needed some blood thinners. You walk out free of charge because everything's insured. People in Europe will see what the American healthcare system does to people, and they'll be mind blown. You can look at some of the memes or whatever you look at on social medias, and I can guarantee you'll find one about the American healthcare system and Europeans. I think this week I found about 3. So, there are many reasons why the American healthcare system needs to be free. Debt and having a random disease not caused by anything in particular, and other countries in the world. These are just some of the reasons why the American healthcare system needs to be free. Out of the hundreds of countries in the world, America is the most expensive healthcare system. The most expensive out of all the countries. So America needs to catch up. America needs to stop worrying about how much someone's life costs and start worrying about actually saving them. So I hope you now understand why the American healthcare system needs to be free. Thank you.